Today on In the Woodyard, Kenny and I are on a road trip. We're coming back from Wyoming. We were just talking about flipping wood, and we both have some good stories to talk about. We thought it might be good for some of you to hear about how to make money without doing a lot of work. That's the way to do it. It's not work and make money, which is not normal with firewood.
It doesn't happen
Not very often.
It's very rare.
Very rare. So I have flipped wood a few times, and what I mean by flipping wood is buying wood that I bought wood that was already cut, split, and dried from someone, and then I sold it. I've done it a bunch of times. When I was getting low on my supply, I bought wood at a lower price than what I sell it for because I was out of wood, and I had to drive, an hour and a half to get it a couple times from guys that were selling it for a lot less. Now I sell most of my wood for $120 for a face cord or third of a cord. And I've found wood for between $50 and $60, as much as $70 for a face cord, but I got to drive an hour to get it. And yeah, I'm not making a lot of money on it, but I usually will do it where what I do is I'll go buy wood for say $60 a face cord, but I'll get 4 face cords at a time. So it'd be a full cord and a third, and I'll pay $240, and then I can resell it for $480. All I got to do is go get it, haul it, dump it. That's the way to do it. And I've done that a couple times where I've done 2 loads in a day. So it's worth doing. You work all day long going and getting it, loading it, and then going and dumping it, going and getting another load, and then coming and dumping it at a customer. Sometimes I've had to get it and then you just dump it on a pile and then sell it as I need it. But it's been a good way to get wood when I was out of wood or running low on supply, and then keeping my customers was the main reason I did it. One time I had a buddy that had wood that I cut for him. He had about 3 full cords. And what I did was I took wood that I had cut for him and had stacked at his cabin. And I was totally out of wood. And I told him I was going to sell it. And he's like, "No, don't sell it. I need that wood." I said, "Well, I'm going to replace it." I said, "I'm out of wood and I need to keep customers." So he said, "Oh, no big deal." So I left enough for him to get through the winter. It was like I left 2 face cords, but I took probably 6 face cords, so it's almost 2 full cords. Loaded up, took it, and delivered it. Kept a couple of my customers happy because I needed the wood. And then I actually more than replaced it after that. I cut another 3 full cords for him, so I did that. Kenny was just telling me he did a load one time. This was a while ago where it was sitting a long time, right? They wanted to get rid of it.
Yeah, they hauled it into a pulp mill landing, and they rejected the load. It was a year old. It had been sitting in the woods. It was all black, had mushrooms growing on it. So the guy at the yard calls me and says, "Hey, come look at this wood, see if you want it for firewood." I went and looked at it. I was like, yeah, there was a little bit of everything in it. I mean, there was maple, there was hickory, there was everything. A basswood, maple. I mean, just a real mix. Elm, and at the time, I had 5 loads of fresh wood sitting in my yard. I don't need an old load of wood right now. I got too many hunting trips to do. So I'm like, well, he says, "Here's the guy's number." I call him up. He's from hour and a half away. I said, "Yeah, I'd buy it." I said, "What kind of money you got to have?" And he's like, "I don't know." He says, "I'll tell you, for a couple $100, send me a check." I said, "Really?" So I bought a truckload. It's like 12 full cords for $200.
And normally the wood in your area sells for...
It would have been $100 a cord. It would have been a $1,200 load.
Yeah.
Just guessing cordage, but that's about what it was. I said, "Okay, I'll send you a check." He says, "Okay, done deal." So then it's like, I don't want this old wood. I don't have time to cut it up right now. I got all this fresh wood. So I'm like, well, I know some guys. I know truckers and loggers all around our area. So a guy I've been dealing with the last few years, I've known him for 20-some years. I called him up because he's always telling me he's got firewood customers. He said, "Yeah, I can never get wood when I need it. And when I do have wood, I can't get rid of it." So I call him up. He says, "Yeah." He says, "I got 3 or 4 guys asking me for a load of firewood." Okay. So one guy, he didn't want it. Next guy, he come and looked at it, not too far away. He says, "Yeah, I'll take it. I'll give you $1,000 cash." Cool. So I don't know. It's supposed to be gone. I haven't been home. We've been gone for 2 weeks on the road. You can tell. Haven't shaved.
Yeah, we haven't shaved for a couple of weeks. We've been in Wyoming. Right now we're in the almost great state of Minnesota.
Yeah, we're
Minnesota. We drove last night for what?
Tampon Tim lives here.
Yeah. We drove last night for what did we do about?
We drove 12 hours.
12 hours.
We drove from 1 till 1 last night.
1 in the afternoon until 1 in the morning. Pulled over because we have the camper in the back. I don't know if you can see it back there. Brother Eric's camper's back there. We can sleep 4 guys in there if we have
Boxed
to.
in here right now.
So we're in my truck. Kenny's driving my truck, and our other brother is driving his truck with his
behind
son.
us, yeah.
And yes, we all got deer. There was 5 of us in camp. But a buddy of ours from Chicago.
The Green Mill right
The
here.
Green Mill, yeah. He owns the Green Mill in Chicago. He gave us lucky shirts, which turned out to be pretty lucky.
Shirt. I've had it on for 3 days and I stink
Yeah, he
bad.
does. He does. He has a stench.
You could smell vision through it.
You smell it. See the flames come out of his.
You
pits
wouldn't
there?
like the smell of
Oh,
that
it's
right
bad.
now. It's bad.
He did find some deodorant and put it on. But yeah, we all got deer. He got a mule deer and an antelope. Our brother Eric got a mule deer, and then me, Kenny, and our other brother Eric's son, our nephew Jeremiah.
He got a deer.
He got a deer. We all got whitetails. So we all filled up.
Well,
did
Eric
really
got
good.
a mule deer.
Yeah, I said
Oh, and
Eric.
Dave did a mule deer.
Yeah, I said
So
that.
we had 3 whitetails and 2 mule deer. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, we had a good trip. We're on our way home and been gone for 2 weeks now. But
So-
you guys have had videos the whole time because I was I think I was 20 videos ahead when we left.
I can't see the mirror.
You're good. You're good. Got the camera in my hand in the way.
Yeah.
So you flipped that load. What was
Okay,
the other one
so
you
the
did?
deal there is he's just going to pay me the difference. He'll take off his trucking and he'll hand me cash.
Oh, okay. So you're
But-
probably going to get 700 bucks
500-600, somewhere's in there.
for just
All they did is write a check and made a phone call.
yeah. That's nice.
That's if I could do that every day, I wouldn't have to work. It was great, but that does not happen very often.
no.
So the end of the deal is here, though. I'm going to probably buy a couple more loads of reject wood from the sawmill. You guys see the stuff I buy. And so instead of having him pay me money, I'll just say, hey, go up there and grab me a couple loads and take your trucking off.
Yeah.
No money's ever going to move hands,
Right.
is what I'm thinking. I haven't even called him on that yet.
Right. Well, what's nice
So-
for you is you know a lot of guys.
I got a network. I got a real good network
Yeah.
of people because I worked in the industry for
You got
40
loggers, you got truckers, and you've got sawmills that you can buy stuff from,
Yep.
rejects, and
years. Right.
so you get a lot of your wood for nothing,
Well,
or exchange it for
very
something.
cheap or trade or
Trade, a lot of trade. Yeah,
I
yeah.
cut 2 loads of pine last winter. I traded for hard
Yep.
maple loads. So I mean,
So when you say you cut 2 loads of pine, you cut trees down in your own property.
cleared. That's where I'm clearing my new wood yard.
Yep.
Slowly, it's coming around. I cleared out 2 more truckloads out of there. I've taken 6 truckloads of wood out of there so far. I think I'm done now. It's getting pretty thin.
Yeah.
So I got them 2 loads coming. Well, 1 load showed up as cut up already, and the next load I don't have yet. But I talked to him a couple weeks ago. He's, yeah, we haven't gotten back on that hardwood job. So I told him I'm not in a hurry for it, just so I get it before winter. So that all being said, the network works. So here's another deal I had last summer. I didn't tell you about this one. So a guy I know calls me up. He says, yeah, I bought a lot down on the river. He says, I'm going to build a house. He says, you know anybody that does dirt work? Well, I work with another local guy that we clear lots and do septic systems or building sites or whatever. And I'm the saw guy. I do the sawing. So this needed to get stumped, and all the stumps hauled out, and all the trees had to be cut. And it was big, nice big popple. Nice stuff. So I called him up. I said, go take a look at it, put a bid in. So he did. Got the bid. So last summer, I got to cut the road out for the driveway and then clear the whole lot where the house is going to be. So it ended up, I cut 2 full loads of popple. There was actually some left over, a couple cords. I got a load of pulp, almost 10 cords of hardwood. And then there was just a few logs I got that I hauled out of there myself. And he had his skidder on site, so I loaded in my dump trailer the logs and stuff. And then the popple, I know guys, like I said, I didn't have a market for it, but I knew the market was decent for popple at the time.
When you say
aspen,
when you
aspen,
say you,
popple, same thing.
you knew guys. The thing is there's guys that have contracts with mills
Right.
that they have
Right.
they either have a quota they need to meet or they've got unlimited
Right.
and they're always looking for it.
So
and the only way to get that is to know the
I
guy.
skidded for this guy like 2 summers ago. So I call him up. He says, yeah, he says, I could take a couple loads. Of course, I get $10.99 on it, but that's part of the deal. You know, that's not a cash deal, but still. So here's the best part about it. I got paid by the dirt guy, the contractor, to cut the wood. He pays me X amount of dollars with my saw while I'm working. I made bank on that right there. I made money. He skidded all the wood up with the skidder, or most of it. I did a little bit, but he did most of it. And then I called my buddy that I just did this other deal with. He came and hauled my hardwood for me to my yard for firewood. And then I called the other guys up. Yep, we come in, they looked at it.
So one thing guys are going to ask,
And they hauled.
how much did you pay for the hauling?
Well, they take the trucking off the top and I get what's left.
So it's like 250, 300 somewhere.
Well,
in there, normal.
more than that, but Popple at the time was paying very well. And they hauled some big loads. I mean, they were big loads. They said, man, we were way overweight. So anyways, they took their 2 loads and I still made $1,200 a load after the trucking.
That's real for Popple, especially.
For Popple. But
That's
I got
really
$10.99 on it, so, you know, I had to pay taxes, but whatever.
Yeah.
So then the guy that owned the lot said, hey, can you cut a few more trees? I'm like, really? Because there's always add-ons. Well, yeah, get that one's leaning, get that one's lean. We're all done with the job. Get that one. So now I get another half a truckload out of there. And he paid me to cut the wood.
Yeah.
And I got the wood.
Yeah.
So I made really good money on that job.
That's not always the case because, like you say, a lot of times.
Most of the time, I get paid to cut the wood, and that's it. I walk away.
And then they start adding things, and they expect it to be.
And then
in the
they add on.
cost.
Well, it's going to be another couple $100. It's going to be another couple $100.
Yeah.
So that was a really good job last summer. I mean, I got paid like 3 different ways on that job.
Yeah.
I got a load of firewood for free. I got paid to cut a load of firewood for free.
You got paid to cut your own firewood, then you get to sell the firewood.
Yes. That wood's long gone already, I think. I got 2 loads of pulp to the pulp mill. I got paid for it. And I got paid by the contractor, and I got paid for the landowner to come back in and do more. Which I hauled that out with my dump trailer. And I mixed that in with another load of other wood that I got rid of. So, I mean, it's just, it was one of them money makers.
Yeah, which, like you say, doesn't always happen.
Doesn't always happen.
Then you did another one not too long ago, too, and that was for land clearing that was being done, right?
Well, that was a different one. That was a township deal. This was several years ago. So they had a township cleared out the township right away on both sides of the road. It was a dead end road with a cul-de-sac on the end. And they can't take the wood. They got to put it up on bids because it's township. So anybody in the township can bid on the wood.
Right.
So I'm looking in the paper. I'm looking, holy crap, look at that. So I put a bid in. I went and looked at it. Thinking, man, this is a guess because they skidded it with a grapple skidder. A grapple skidder's got a big grapple, and they just dumped it in a big jumble pile at the end of this cul-de-sac. So
But but was it cut to size already?
It was all cut to length. It was all 100-inch wood.
Okay.
8'6".
What kind of wood?
Everything. Popple. Pretty much name anything we have in our area.
Red pine, white pine?
Red pine, white pine, hemlock, spruce, balsam,
softwoods, a lot of it.
Hard maple, soft maple, aspen, white pine. I mean, everything you could think of. So I put a bid on it. Minimum bid was $300, which was nothing. Because I mean, most guys are thinking, oh, boiler wood, we'll just chop them up and put it in the boiler.
Yeah.
So I bid $1,200 on it. I got the bid. So the next guy below me was a logger guy that I actually work with. His brother bid on it for $1,170. So I got the bid by $30. It's like, really?
So you thought there was going to be 3 loads.
So I thought there was going to be about 30 cords. It ended up being 48 full cords of wood now.
So 4 full loads.
4 full loads, and I sold all of it.
Nice.
That was a good gig. All I had to do was pay trucking in the $1,200.
Yeah.
That was.
So
I wrote a check and I wrote a check.
So your trucking was how much? $1,000, something like that, maybe a little more.
I can't remember really. I think it was probably about $1,000. I would say about $1,000. You hauled it on a Saturday.
And a little over $1,000 for
cash. I think I paid him cash.
So a couple grand into it, and
I think I still made around $3,000 or better after the fact.
And didn't start a chainsaw and didn't have to drive your truck.
No, it was a good gig.
But those jobs don't come up often.
That's
And
far and few between.
you have to be the guy that's willing to use your chainsaw and willing to help people out and willing to give stuff for free and help guys out
gotta know guys.
in order to be the guy.
You gotta know guys.
It doesn't just happen where you just wait and it falls in your lap. It doesn't work that way.
I had one other one. I don't know, did we do all three? Or there was three of them.
I'm sure over the years you've done other
I've
ones,
done so many deals like that.
Yeah. Oh, like one of the lumber mills you know about, knowing the guys and helping them out, and then they call you and say, hey, there's wood here, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I stay in constant contact with them guys.
Yep.
Hey, let me know if you got some good stuff in there. It ain't full of mud or whatever. The best time is going to winter time because in the summer it's usually muddy. But if the price is right, you can deal with that too.
Yeah, yeah. There's always wood out there, and for a
where I live,
there's a lot of wood.
There's a lot of wood.
And actual logging going on because he's in northern Wisconsin, so it's mostly forested. But even if you're in a city where there's tree service guys, I always told guys the way to get free wood, obviously just go to the tree service people and say, hey, can I get some loads? And you might have to get some junk. You might have to get some branches and limbs and chips and stuff like that.
Oh, I had another one I did.
Yeah.
Where a guy I know, about 35 miles, 40 miles away, he's got a dirt business. Not the same guy I've been working with, but I've worked with this guy too, clearing lots and driveway. A different guy. I got a couple different guys. Do the chainsaw work, because them guys are getting too old and don't want to do the chainsaw work. So they call this old guy to do the chainsaw work. Anyways, he wanted to expand his gravel pit, so he had to scalp off the top of his pit. And it was all pretty good size, mostly hard maple. Yeah, I went over there. I probably worked a total of, boy, I don't know. It was just short days because it was hot. Ended up being, it was like at least 20 full cords, maybe a little bit more, maybe 22, 23 full cords.
Couple loads, yeah.
Couple loads. Well, I got the wood in payment, so I had to pay my trucker, obviously, but he treats me good. Same guy that I'm getting all this other stuff, same guy. I've been working with him quite a bit because he treats me good and I help him, whatever. I always give him a tip.
Tips are good for everybody.
And and there was another one before that. Another friend of mine cleared a lot for another guy. And the guy says, well, can you get rid of the wood? I said, well, first we were going to get it for free.
Yeah.
I said, sweet. Well, then that didn't pan out. Some other guy got wind of it. He said, well, I'll give you $20 a cord for it. Well, $20 a cord is still nothing. And my buddy that cut it, he got paid to cut it. So he's all good. He's out of the deal. He didn't want the wood. He just calls me and tells me.
You can get over, yeah.
So I go look at it. So yeah. Well, it was in the spring of the year. Road bans around. We couldn't get in there for months. And it rained and rained and rained. Finally, we got in there, got the wood. So I got the wood. I ended up paying the guy $30 a cord, and I had to pay trucking. But still, I was paying less than $500 a truckload for some really nice wood.
Which is normally like $1,200.
Normally it'd be $1,000 a load minimum.
Minimum, yeah.
So that's how I can sell my wood cheap,
right,
and still stay alive, because Chris makes like 50% more than I do on the same wood.
Yeah, but I'm delivering everything in small loads too. Yeah,
and I'm selling more bulk.
Quantities, bulk. He's doing heat. You're doing heating wood. I'm doing drinking wood.
Since we're in Wyoming, we got to get home because I got 15 full cords to deliver when I get home.
Yeah.
And I only haul a cord at a time, so that's 15 dump trailer loads I got to do the next week.
He's going to be printing money like the.
I'm going to be. My shoulder from chucking wood's going to not be happy.
Yeah.
My shoulder's hurting right now thinking about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just got to have a network, I guess.
Yeah, and looks like an ossifer waiting for you there.
Yes, sir, there is.
So yeah, I always tell guys when it comes to getting wood, it's good to know people, helping people out, and if you're looking for a tree service place and there's competition to get the free wood, there's ways to do it. Number one, you could go and take your trailer to their job so they don't have to bring it to you, have them fill it up and you just go pick it up. I've done that a couple times and that's worked out really well to get free wood. The tree service guys have called me. I've had people that watch my channel that have called me and said, hey, we're taking down trees. Do you want the wood? And, depending on the situation, a lot of times I'll say, sure, I'll bring my trailer over and they can fill it up. And that way the tree service people are saving themselves time and effort. They don't have to look for a place to get rid of or pay the landfill, because generally they're going to pay anywhere from $50 to $100 per ton to get rid of logs in a landfill. And I know guys, that's how they get all their wood, because that's the only place they can get it. Like when we were in Wyoming just now, we found there was
We saw 4 wood yards.
4 wood yards. Yeah, we saw.
One had a 48C, one had a Cord King.
The other one, I don't remember what it
The other guy was cutting on pallet forks.
Yeah, that's right, he was. Yeah.
He was cutting on pallet forks, you can see.
And what's interesting is all 3 of those wood yards, 100% pine.
All pine.
It was all ponderosa pine, straight as could be. Straight,
Nice
beautiful
looking
processed
wood,
wood. Yeah, and that's what they've got.
Chris wanted to do interviews, but we're too
We just
busy
ran out
trying to
of
kill
time,
stuff.
yeah. Maybe
so.
next year we'll stop in and visit them. It'd be kind of cool.
We looked at them wood yards last year.
Yeah, we drove in, they weren't home, so we did another video where I showed you some trees and stuff we looked at. But it's interesting, the kinds of trees they had in Wyoming. Where we were, there was some ponderosa pine, kind of more towards the mountains, but not much where we were. It was basically cottonwood, willow, and
no, that's it.
No, Russian olives.
Oh, Russian olives, yeah.
Which is an invasive species, but
we got a piece in the bag.
Brought a piece home to burn, so we're going to try to. It's really heavy, dense wood. To me, it reminds me a lot of something like hickory would be, as far as the denseness.
I think it's more like what's your other hardwood that burns hot?
Locust.
Locust.
Yeah, it's something
reminds
like
me
that.
more of locust.
I'm going to look it up and see what the BTUs are, and but the farmers don't like it. They hate it because it just keeps growing into their fields, and it spreads really fast.
The wildlife love it. Everything eats it. The deer love it. The raccoons eat it. The cows are even eating it. They're just loaded with these little tiny olives.
Yep, and it provides shade and
it's
cover.
Nasty
but
stuff.
they aren't big, straight-growing trees.
No, they're crooked. They're full of big thorns.
Similar to what the shape and size and height of what like a mesquite would be.
You don't want to put a deer stand in them.
No, they're miserable.
They're miserable. We tried.
They're hard to put tree steps into to screw them in. And for those of you that want to know, we were hunting almost all either BLM land, which is Bureau of Land Management, which is free and open to the public. And some of the land we were hunting private property. We had permission on. We had, is it like 5 properties we hunt?
Yeah, there's quite a few.
And we basically, we don't pay to hunt on the land, but we bring many gifts. We took out hundreds of pounds of cheese and maple syrup.
And maple syrup.
And we sit and talk with them because these people,
they want to visit.
They want to visit, and there's few people around. And one guy in particular stopped into our camp, 3 times?
Yeah, Carter. Yeah.
Carter, he's originally from Minnesota, and he lives out there. And not that it's good or bad or other, and I don't want to get religious, but almost everybody he knows is Mormons out there. And he's not a Mormon, so he loves it when we come, so he can talk to Midwestern guys. Yeah. So real nice. He brought us corn. He brought us onions, tomatoes,
yeah,
all kinds of stuff. Every day he'd stop in with new goodies. He's what, 78, 79?
Something like. He's still working.
Still working. He's a water guy. He does water management for the valley. So pretty cool. A lot of neat people out here, and the Mormon people, the land we hunt on, awesome people. They're very friendly, very giving, and they really like it when we come, and apparently they like our cheese, so we brought a bunch of cheese.
Like our cheese.
Yeah, awesome place. We kind of have a campground all to ourselves on their property. The only bad thing is sometimes we're right next to a cattle stockade. Right
next to where they sort cattle and brand and all
inseminate
that.
And check.
Then they bring the cows in. There's 10 billion flies in camp.
10 billion flies.
Billions.
We must have killed thousands of flies.
Hundreds of thousands, I think.
It's
all you sit there at night with a fly swatter, just keep
steady. You
got fly strips hanging, and the campers chasing them around because.
Yep.
You go out in the morning, hunt a few hours, and it was 91 degrees 5 days in a row.
Yeah.
So then you try to lay in the camper, take a nap, because you can't do nothing else.
We're getting up at 4 a.m. and going to bed at midnight.
Right. Then we hunt till we don't get back to camp till 9 o'clock at night. And then we have supper and have a fire and toddies, and you kind of get wore out.
So some guys are gonna want to know, what's a toddy?
A toddy for the body? Depends what you like. It's a little alcohol with a little soda. You mix it.
It's a toddy. So we had a lot of fun. It was a great trip. And we've done this a few times. We're going to do it a lot more. We got one more trip for sure planned. We're going to
this year,
South Dakota, and then we're probably going to go to Nebraska too, hopefully, towards the end of the year. So
and Bunyan's coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, by the time you guys see this, Bunyan will be long and over. But I'll be there. Kenny will be there. Lots of people will be there. So anyway, there you go. That's all we got for today, folks. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m.
Good night, Irene.